Queens is called the world's borough for a good reason, and its proud diversity is exemplified in Jackson Heights.
As we mark Hispanic Heritage Month, we are highlighting a Latin community that calls the area home. CBS 2's Elle McLogan covers Queens and takes us to Jackson Heights.
Arepa is it's like a corn cake, I guess you would call it. It's basically our bread.
Alejandro Osorio was 5 years old when his family moved to the U.S. from Colombia to escape political unrest.
Yeah, my mom was a lawyer in Colombia. She was a judge.
After the move, his mother Maria set up a food cart in Jackson Heights to make ends meet. Business soared, creating a legacy she passed down to her sons.
We have 3 locations now, hopefully more.
Osorio says the support of the neighborhood made it possible.
People that their families brought them as children, and now they're adults with the kids of their own, and they're still coming here.
Here along Roosevelt Avenue in Jackson Heights and spilling into nearby Corona is a community enriching the area's diversity. This vibrant corner of New York City is known as Little Colombia, where storefronts contain flavors and memories of South America.
The trick that a lot of people do in Colombia is you dip it. Hot
chocolate with cheese fritters called buñuelos is a time machine for Assembly member Catalina Cruz, who grew up in Medellin.
It reminds me of kind of that, what it means to be Colombian.
She's proud to represent the tight-knit group of Colombian Americans running businesses in her district.
Small numbers of Colombians had been living in Jackson Heights from the early 1900s, but there were a lot in the 90s.
Rob Mackay with the Queens Historical Society says many Colombian newcomers fleeing violence in the 1990s returned home later or dispersed across the country.
Queens just changes and changes and changes, but you know, the name is going to stay. La Pequeña Colombia is going to stay.
For Gustavo Salazar, who helps run his family's butcher shop and steakhouse, the spirit of generations never leaves.
Would you say that you get a taste of back home when you're here?
Claro, esas son colombiano.
Of course.
La sazón de mi madre.
Of course, it's my mother's seasoning. It's Colombian seasoning.
In Queens, Elle McLogan, CBS 2 News.
And I'm hungry now.
I know, the great uniter, food.
Yes, so true.